Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. You got a goal? Go get it. Adam Rigler.
Hi, buddy.
Blab.
Hi, chat. I love you. Mwah.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
And brought to you by you, the G2 community, at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch.tv. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's Side Scrollers. Do I look tan? Do I look more tan than I usually do? A little more orange, a little more blush? Okay, we're back, ready to go. Joining us as always, the one, the only, the producer extraordinaire, except for when he's sick. But he's not today, because he's here, ready to rock. It's Travis Keys.
At least my eye's good today. I almost lost an eye, so.
Okay, what?
I had something really sharp in my eye for days, and I had to go to the doctor about it.
Was it your finger?
No.
Okay.
And I don't even know what it was, to be honest.
Table that. Also joining us today, Blabs.
What do you mean you don't know what it was in your eye?
It was something sharp. They flushed it out. I don't know.
What? Where were you when this thing flew in your eye?
I actually woke up, and then I was rubbing my eye a little bit, and it must have been on my hand or in the air or something I touched, and it got in my eye.
Okay.
The night before, you were playing with knives, and just one just happened to be. You're just, oh.
Was it like the tree that fell on your house, like debris of it, some cedar or whatever?
I actually think it was something I was allergic to, because it made my eye swell up, like, till it was closed.
Well, most people are allergic to knives in their eyes.
Well,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Not
most
me.
people.
I'm fine with them. Can see all day long.
Yes, chat. What do you think? This is how we're starting. Chat. What do you think was in Travis's eye?
Oh, great!
Let us know in the chat.
Meme it.
Ready to go.
Meme it.
Trav, I'm glad you're okay. Glad you have your
like I said on Twitter, when is the world not trying to kill me? So.
Nonstop, man. It's crazy. Well, I'll tell you what. Look, obviously, we have a kind of a clear line of demarcation in the sand here. After a week away, we're back at it. It's season 2 is what we're calling it. Actually, I got that from a comment. I was reading comments on YouTube Studio, and again, I was checking in on things because I posted some videos throughout the week, and someone was like, "Well, season 1 was great." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, season 1 was great. Here we go, it's season 2." So. Actually, I think we were talking about it before the show, but I do feel like having like this line of demarcation and saying it's like season 2 allows us the opportunity to try new things. We said all along this show is going to constantly be evolving and changing, and different hosts, different segment ideas, different all sorts of stuff. So people are like, well, what's different? Well, obviously Adam's going to be joining us on Wednesdays instead of every single day. We're going to have we have a bunch of great guests coming up, like a slew of great guests. We have Blabs, you tell us everybody we have coming up.
So 2 of them are currently pending for this week. I'm pestering their butts to confirm in advance. But next week we have Amanda Miller, and she is an anime voice actress voicing Boruto. So, and she's really funny. She's hysterical. So it's gonna be a good time. And you booked the rest of them for next week. So who do you got on?
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. It's been we had a lot of good folks. Colin Moriarty is going to be joining us next week, which is going to be really, really great. I'm looking forward to talking to Colin and having him on. Looking at our sheet. Oh, and on Thursday, I'm actually genuinely excited about this. This Thursday, we're going to have Coach Hernando Planellis on. Who is Coach Hernando Planellis? Why do you care? Coach Hernando, I've known for 20 years. Now, look, I met him 20 years ago. Haven't really kept up with him the last 19 or so, right? But we've reconnected as Slam Ball has come back. And Coach Hernando is coaching a Slam Ball team. And Slam Ball is coming back on, I think, Thursday night. So Coach Hernando is going to come on and get us all hyped up. He's a really inspirational dude. And he does all sorts of motivational speaking and stuff. And now he's back coaching Slam Ball. He's one of the OGs, and they brought him back, which is fun. So we're gonna have him on, and you can ask him all sorts of questions about me. You can ask him if I sucked or if I was any good. We're gonna get the true heart of Slam Ball. It'll be great.
Was Craig shit at Slam Ball?
That's right. That's right.
I love that somebody guessed beard crumbs were in my eye. Because I have beard crumbs.
What is a beard crumb? Like food that just gets left there?
Yes.
Is it a snack for later? What is that? Men are weird.
Listen, Blabs. Yeah, men are weird. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Calm coming in. Hey, Coach, what was Craig like in Slam Ball? He had heart.
He had heart.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Savage.
Yeah, that's the worst.
He tried.
So also tomorrow, I'm really excited. We have this wonderful young lady named Desiree Wright. Desiree will be joining us tomorrow as a co-host. First time on the show. I reached out to her several weeks ago to come on, and Desiree was actually canceled for going and removed from going to a convention that she was booked at simply because she followed a Twitter account.
Very interesting. That'll be fun.
It was amazing. So I look forward to having Desiree on tomorrow. That'll be good. So look, we got a lot of good folks coming up on the show. Very, very excited about it. One of the things that we do want to do on the show moving ahead, we've talked about this. We want to do more interviews. Do more interviews on the show. Make them weekly, like big, whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to pick a day. We're going to try to have a weekly interview. And I don't know. We don't know who it's going to be in advance, but we're going to try to book it in advance. And that's one thing that I really love to do is have more interviews on the show. One of the things we also like to do is to have more roundtables. We talked about this literally probably 6 weeks ago. We talked about the Star Wars roundtable and just kind of been fluttering. And Blabs has taken that by the horn, and we're going to set it up, and we're going to try to make the first roundtable happen early August, so early next month, just a few weeks away. So yeah, we got a lot going on. It's hopefully you guys will be into it. A lot of good discussion, and we'll obviously be talking games and entertainment and stuff. We got a little bit of everything today. So yeah, man, it's good. Brad says following sex girls on Twitter is causing people problems. What happened? What did we do? Labs, what did you do?
I swear I was a good girl and posted funny stuff and random shit all week. I swear I didn't do anything.
Okay, good. Crazy T, thanks so much for your subscription over on Twitch. And Brad Crushed a lot, thank you very much for your Prime sub for 12 months. Your support is massive, obviously. We really appreciate that. And you guys being a part of the show is even more important. Would you guys like to know where I went on vacation?
Yeah,
I didn't told you guys.
I asked you yesterday.
Yes,
You didn't even answer me.
1 second, though. He was referring to she got booted from the thing for following our Twitter. That was a joke.
I was going to say, I behaved. Craig automatically was like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway,
Wow.
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm hurt.
That's awesome. I was like, what are you talking about? I went to Hilton Head, South Carolina. You guys ever been to Hilton Head or know what Hilton Head is?
Never
I
heard
thought
of
it was
it.
a hotel for a second. I'm like, congratulations. You went to a hotel.
You went to the Hilton.
Yay.
No. It's a place. It's about an hour north of Savannah, Georgia. And it was my first time going to going to that area of the United States, I guess the southeast, going to Savannah and going into South Carolina. And I got to be honest, I loved it. I loved everything about it. When you see those pictures online of like the weeping trees that have the moss and stuff hanging off them, it was great, man.
Did you see that invasive species that's like killing trees there?
No, I don't know what.
Two of them. So there's these like bugs that grow webs all over the trees there, and then there's vines.
You mean spiders?
Well, they could be spiders. I don't know if they're a type of spider or not. But there's also vines growing all over everything down there. It's literally taking over down there, like killing everything. It's weird.
Tracy says Hilton Head, famous for golf, gators, and good ice cream. Yeah,
alligators taste good. Tastes like chicken.
I'll say this: I had a couple realizations this past week. I went to it's the best seafood restaurant in Hilton Head, right? It's a place called the Sea Shack, right? And when you see, this is one of those things that's it's been featured on like the Food Network, right? I had one of those food hosts come through and they do a show on it or a segment on it, and it's fun, right? And it's the best. And leading up to it, this is not a place. It's just like off the beaten path. It's one of those places that does not look like a restaurant from the outside, but you walk up and it has a line that's 30 people deep waiting to get inside. And the big realization to me was that I am not a big seafood guy. I've wanted to be a seafood guy for a long time, but I'm not a big seafood guy. I
hate lobsters.
You don't like lobsters?
No.
Are we all on the same page? I hate seafood too. It's gross.
I like shrimp.
It's a texture issue for me. I don't like the texture in my mouth.
What?
It's a texture issue.
He doesn't like it in his mouth.
Ugh. Crab has a weird texture. Fish has a weird texture. It's all like scallops have a weird texture. It's all gross.
Okay. Okay. Trev.
I have a sensory problem.
All right. But I've wanted to like seafood for the longest time. So I got a plate with shrimp. I got a plate with clams. Like
I like clams.
Clams are like it's like the hobo food of the sea, right? Like that's like what that's what clams
like the
are.
hobos of the sea, I guess.
Right. And I got something else, but I also got a soft-shelled crab sandwich, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with soft-shelled crabs. Are you guys familiar with those, like blue soft-shelled crabs?
I don't like crab.
Okay, so it's like a crab that you could eat, like the whole thing, the whole crab. You just throw it on a bun after you fry it up. Are you not familiar with this?
Legs and everything?
Yeah. Like so, Blabs. Here, this is actually a picture of it. I wanted to show you. This is a picture of my plate. Let me actually.
Ew! Oh no!
That was it.
No, that's literally a crab just looking at you. Oh, nope.
Anyways, with eyes, legs, the whole thing, and it was okay. It just tasted like fried food. It was all right.
I'm gonna have nightmares of that thing just staring at me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dungeons is like deep fried spider, 100%. No, get it away.
Look at that thing. Look at that.
Oh god, that is.
Look
awful.
at it.
Look at it.
Look at it right there. You can see it's Hilton Head, July 10th, 7:20 p.m. There it is. Anyways, it was a good time. I had a really great time with my family. It was good to get away. Every time I go away for vacation, I come back with like a ton of ideas, which I did, and I look forward to sharing them with you guys before we share it with the G2. So, yeah.
Was it gutted? Max
No.
Rex wants to. It's not gutted. You just eat that thing with the eyeballs in it. No way.
Yeah.
No.
They literally
I refuse
take
to believe you ate crab eyeballs over the week.
Blabs.
No.
It's the
No,
thing the
Craig.
size of your hand. It's like the size of your hand.
You ate eyeballs.
I didn't eat eyeballs. I ate eyeballs. There's a big difference. Oh my god. Anyway, so it was a really good trip. I enjoyed it, and that was like the big realization was that I couldn't get past.
Little Yama said, "Craig's got crabs."
That's right.
Oh god.
I ate the crabs.
You ate the eyeballs.
There's a big difference. Yeah.
Yikes.
It was crunchy. It was yummy.
Ew.
Yeah. Anyways,
Hard
we're
pass.
back at it. So look, we got a lot to talk about. We got gaming news. We got some industry entertainment stuff and all sorts of good stuff. As Com came in with the $10 direct donation, says back from vacay. You all look very well rested. Com, thank you very much. Appreciate that, buddy. Really, really appreciate that. And then look at this. Centenario came in and says John Campio looks Hawk.
Likes Cahawk.
Oh. Who's
I don't
John
understand that
Campio?
reference.
He likes cock.
Hawk.
God,
Of course,
guys.
Game Man understood this right away.
Are you guys like you guys are missing all the jokes today?
we're a little bit off schedule. It's all right.
I don't read these things. I literally have the worst time reading these things. I actually said the N-word once because I put two words together to make the N-word, and I was like, oh no. So yeah.
Well, if anybody would like Blabs to read super chats, that's a $10 minimum. Blabs will read all $10 minimum super chats.
Let's
and,
not
Bob
do that.
gave me the N-word pass, so I can say it, technically speaking.
Oh, is that right?
He did.
Oh, that's
Give
good.
me the
Well,
N-word pass. What's up, my knitters? Knitters.
Travis, I don't know what we're gonna do with Blabs. She's really going off the deep end already. Like
Medication. She
I'm
needs
just saying.
medication.
Adam out here saying I'm only going to be on Wednesdays, and now Blabs thinks she's on going crazy. I don't even know what's going on.
Hello.
Just ridiculously out of hand. It's ridiculous. Hood Hustler has come in with a membership level 3. Says can't outrun purgatory, Craig. So enjoy whatever time you have left because that hard reset mitts and goggles are waiting on you anyways. Welcome back, Craig. Hey, well, yes. This afternoon, we're back at it. Yoshi's Island, pretty much right after Side Scrollers, around 1 o'clock or 30 minutes after. So looking forward to getting back into the Mario Funathon after a week away.
Yeah, I love thinking about Craig on vacation, and he turns to his wife one day and says, "I gotta go back and play that stupid fucking Mario."
Honey, I gotta play fucking Yoshi's Island again. God damn.
He went from eating crab eyeballs to playing Yoshi's Island on a week.
I'm sitting on a hammock, just laying back, and it's like
You
Yoshi's
have
Island.
PTSD, don't you? I understand.
Totally, man. It's crazy. And then Com came in with that 9 months with a Side Scrollers baby. Thank you so much, Com. Appreciate that. You're my boy. Com having a real baby before his Side Scrollers baby, which is great. So yes. Anyways, all right. Let's see. Oh, also Wednesday we have Blabs versus Contra
Yeah.
for the first time, which will be spectacular.
If you want to see Craig flip out, now's your chance. Every Wednesday. Get your therapy bucket ready.
It's right where we left it, right there, just hanging out.
He got a little dusty over the week off.
Yeah, but it's there. All right, let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment, Blabs.
Hard news.
No, hold on. You
I don't
can't
have the music.
It's time for
Oh no! There's more of them. I didn't know there was a recording.
Yeah, there's. It's funny. That's the one that Adam was so upset about. And by the way, I think it's important, right? Just because Adam's on the show every day, we're not just gonna forget the first 4 months of the show. We can't just not. So it's important that we have that as AWP.
Oh, -7.
Just horrible.
I've never got a negative number in my life. Bad.
All right, you guys want to do gaming news or Blabs? You want to talk about Disney first?
Let's do gaming news.
Okay, gaming
What's
news.
up?
I got a lot to talk about today. And apparently this all happened while I was gone, which is normal. Did you guys? Okay, so for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months, Microsoft has been trying to acquire Activision. Have you guys heard about this?
Yep.
Right?
And then they did it.
And then they didn't, but now they have, and it's going to happen. So they are absolutely going to happen. And as part of that, I think this is part of it. They've actually they're revamping Xbox Live Gold. Have you guys heard about Xbox?
Yeah,
you
I have
guys know
Gold.
Xbox. You have Gold, right? Well, it's not going to be called Gold anymore.
Oh.
They're totally changing everything.
This I didn't know. Tell me.
Yes, yeah, this was different. This was very much different. So they're changing Xbox Live Gold, and they're calling it Xbox Game Pass Core. And I have
What?
They already have Game Pass. They're just making it another level up. That's stupid in all honesty. That just,
Well, and why try and confuse people?
There's like 4 levels to this.
Nah, that's stupid. Because they should have just left it as it is. It's been established for years.
Right.
Everyone knows what gold is. Everyone knows the Game Pass.
Well, and are they like low on? Are they like not making as much money or something?
Oh, there's no exclusives with Xbox, so maybe.
So I figured we can watch this video, and it's like a TLDR and of kind of what's happening. But she only gives the basic levels. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just kind of show this to you guys really quick. Here's this.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Game Pass Community Update. I'm Megan, Community Lead for Xbox Game Pass.
First thing I noticed in this video, no pronouns.
She kind of looks like an overweight Morticia from the Addams Family.
No, we're not going to shame people.
Oh, no, I'm just saying she looks like Morticia.
So I looked
That's
it
not
up.
a bad thing.
Xbox's and revenue has declined 13%. That's probably why.
Oh yeah, 100%. Here we go. Let's keep going.
Here to talk about Game Pass Core, what it is, what's changing, essentially your talking head TLDR message. First up, what you've probably already heard, we're updating Xbox Live Gold in a few months. Its new name is Game Pass Core. You might be asking, what if I have Gold? Do I need to change anything? Do my existing games go away? Do I need to change my payment or login or anything? Do you have games with dogs we can pet in them? And the answers are no, 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 and absolutely yes. Games with dogs you can pet are delightful. But seriously, here's the bottom line. If you're a Gold member, you don't need to change anything. Nothing with your subscription will change. No action is needed on your part. Same if you're an Ultimate member, no action needed. Soon you'll have more details on the core collection of games that you can access the entire time you're a Game Pass Core member. This includes a select catalog of games from the full curated Game Pass library, like Forza Horizon 4, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
So the long and short of it is, Xbox Live Gold is not going to change at all. So it's like,
Yeah,
so
so
stupid.
why
Change
change
the
the name? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just confusing people.
And wasting tons of resources and money.
Well, and all them kids who have their parents on a recurring subscription, now their parents are going to see this new bill on their credit card and be like, what's this? And bring their attention to it and cancel a bunch of them. I know how parents work.
Yeah, so
Right.
like you need to have some type of active subscription to play games online with friends. I know that. That's why I still have mine, because I play like Battlefront 2. And with Gold, you get Jurassic World Evolution, the first one, for free. So I renewed mine this year because I still wanted to finish those up. But next year, I honestly don't see myself renewing because I don't even really play Xbox anymore. I haven't bought a game on Xbox since Hogwarts. No, I don't have it on Xbox. So over a year and a half now, I haven't bought a new game for Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah, I play on PC. I'm switching over to Steam.
so here is the 4 new tiers that are attached to playing with Xbox Game Pass Core, not Xbox Live Gold, which once again, the branding is perfect, right? Because gold was like the best tier that you could have before, right? It was like, oh, this is amazing. Now it's the bottom tier. It's a bottom tier, bitch. Here we go. Check this out. So this is Xbox Live Gold, right? $9.99 a month, 25 plus games. I don't even know what 25 plus games means. I have no idea what this means.
You usually get those for free that you can play. As long as you have that subscription, you can play them for free for whenever.
So for $1 more a month, you get hundreds of games. But why is there no online multiplayer? This is Game Pass console.
So maybe that's just all the single player games from the past and stuff, you know.
And then for $7 more Ultimate, you get hundreds of games and online multiplayer. So this, to me, screams one thing, and one thing really, really loud. Xbox is getting out of the console business. They don't need to be in the console business. I think that this is going to be their last console. But I think, now, to be clear, I think that they will stay in the games industry business. But I think that they are getting out of the console business. I don't think they need to be in the console business because
you just think they'll make PC games and PlayStation games or whatnot.
No,
They should do exclusives, and they won't do that.
I think that there's really no reason. They're seeing they're a distant third. There's really no reason for them to continue the battle and fight uphill. They haven't established the brand identity that they want, and the brand infatuation that like Nintendo has. Right?
Mhm.
They don't have that killer app. They tried it with Connect a few.
They don't have VR.
Right, and you can play. Microsoft is a killer when it comes to the PC world.
Well, and funny enough, I just Googled this because I remember that first Xbox they lost money on. As part of Apple versus Epic court case, Microsoft revealed that it has never made a profit off of selling Xbox hardware.
Right.
Never.
Right.
Rough.
Right. So that's what I see here. I see is a move to PC primarily, and let people buy a PC, then they can purchase their own games and everything that way through their PC. I don't know. That's just kind of how I see it.
Do you think that they will make the games that they make multi-platform? Meaning, do you think they'll make for their old competition, PlayStation, Xbox? I mean, it's all money to them.
So I saw something here that was actually really interesting. I think it was, let's see, it was like an Xbox. It was a list of the companies that Xbox owns or that Microsoft owns, and it was like from 10 years ago until today. And I want to see if I can pull this up because it was
a lot.
Yes, they started with like next to, I think they had like 4 or 5 companies, and now I have no idea who any of these companies are.
They own some old big names too, like Rare, and some names that used to make great games. Not so much anymore, but
well, I think that they all certainly have potential as I continue to scroll. But that's the thing was when you have a list of companies that have produced IPs that an entire generation is familiar with, they still have that in their hip pocket, right? So they can bust that out every once in a while. And I can't find this list here, but it was huge. It was a giant difference from the companies that they own. But even just like a decade ago, so they still have these game development studios. And let me see if I gotta find this. So they're gonna continue to make games. I think that's probably the biggest thing. So, well, whatever. I'll find it later.
It's actually on Wiki. They have subsidiaries and divisions: 343 Industries, the Coalition, Compulsion Games, Double Fine Products, the Initiative, NXL Entertainment,
right?
Mojang Studios, Ninja Theory, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground Games, Rare, Turn 10 Studios, Undead Labs, World. It keeps going on.
Right. The big thing is that I wanted to kind of show there's a visualization of it where it shows like 10 years ago versus today. But whatever, no big deal. I don't want to get bogged down in it. But I see this as a major move for Microsoft. It seems like one of those moves that when you look back on in 5 years, you're going to go, oh, that was it. That was the move that kind of started the cascade all the way down, and why we're not getting a new Xbox Series W, XX, whatever.
W.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
what did
the acquisition doesn't even do all that much because Sony's still gonna have Call of Duty, if I'm not mistaken, right? They still made a deal saying that they won't be like exclusive to Microsoft.
Right. So Sony signed a 10-year deal to get the Microsoft or the Call of Duty games on Sony games, on Sony platforms, which it's like that was the last key to the kingdom. All right. The last key to holding out that Sony had as far as fighting for the acquisition not to go through, because they're like, it won't be fair. And you guys remember talking about that a couple months ago? They're like, it won't be fair. Well, Nintendo signed it, everybody signed it, and now Sony's finally signed it, and that was like the death knell of all their hopes and dreams. So
the way I think of this is, it's like, why were they trying to compete. You know, if they knew they couldn't compete, they should have just took the Nintendo route. Stop trying to compete. Don't release that new system because you already have one everybody's playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going to release the new system and charge $1,000 for it, or how it's $800 for it, or whatever they charge, if people are still playing the last generation?
Oh, I mean, we're seeing that now with, you know, we're seeing that with Switch.
Especially if you're not making money off the console. Just
Well,
saying.
the idea of making money off a console, most game companies don't make money off the console itself. They make money off the games that they sell. So through you know, if I sell a console for $500, usually a lot of times companies will lose money on the production cost of it. It may cost $450 to produce, but they sell it at $500 to get it in people's hands to, you know, pretty much as low as they possibly can. Or, you know, or maybe it may cost, sorry, I flipped that. If they sell it for $450, it may cost them $500 to produce, and they sell it that low to get it in people's hands so they can make money on the back end.
But that's my point. So if they're not going to sell games for selling it, so you already have a generation of people or a group of people buying or games for your prior console, why come out with this new one? Because it's not going to sell games. You're just going to lose money selling units.
Oh, I mean, you're right. You're right. So, you know, I think that's kind of the idea of you know, of why I feel they're moving away from it for sure. Let me go read off some of these super chats real quick. And Blaz, we have one for you that was over $10, so you get to read it off in your articulate nature. Kyle says, "Welcome back. That being said, I never realized out of all you guys that I miss Blabs the most with his quirky laugh and semi-innocent humor."
Aw, thank you. Hi.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. And here you go. This is for you, Blabs.
Hey, Blabs! I was collecting figures over the vacation. Figures.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that.
Figures.
Hey, listen, I think we can all agree now that Adam's no longer on the show.
We're saying it correct. Figures.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome. Hose came in with, it says Xbox also has a new retro section, Ant Stream. I was watching a little bit about this. They have a new service that has like 1,400 cloud-based retro games on it.
Wow.
Which is coming apparently this week. I was watching a video from RGT about it.
Doesn't that compete with the Nintendo store? How they have all their retro stuff on the Nintendo store?
I was just going to ask. I wonder how many Nintendo has.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have RGT on to talk about that because he seemed like he knew what he was talking about. He's also already an existing client of this service, so it's a pretty big deal. And Kyle came back with the $4.99. Says, "Is the community leader going to be the Boulder in the Indiana Jones game coming out? I think she'd crush it for sure. I'll see myself out."
Rough.
The community leader from Xbox. That's rough. And dude came in with the $5 Rumble rant. Says, "I hate that Xbox is forcing people who just want to play online games into GP. I don't want to rent their games. I don't want to rent games that are incomplete on release." And followed up with, says, "Microsoft has started to lose people in the OS side, with Linux getting more gaming support than Windows 11 being full-blown spyware." Interesting. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. So there you go. That's like kind of one of the first big stories out of the day was the larger trickle down effect of Xbox Live Gold going away. There's also something fun over the weekend, or over the past week that happened. You know, Call of Duty has not been big on the side scrollers news lists lately after everything they've had happen. But I don't know if you guys saw this, where fans of like the classic Call of Duty are now flooding back to Xbox 360 because
I have heard of this.
Yeah, the servers got turned back on or something. So everyone went back to play Black Ops 1 and 2 and Modern Warfare 3. And
because they're so much better than what we have now. The game out now is literally broken.
If Xbox wants to sell money for things, they should have opened the server a long time ago and made people pay $3 a month to play on it. Just saying.
So Idle Sloth came in and noticed this over on Twitter, and these are the player base. The player bases on Black Ops 1. 123,000 players were playing Black Ops 1 on.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, like the virality of it for sure. It's crazy. And Black Ops 2, obviously, much less, but and then Modern Warfare 3, almost 80,000 players. Which I'm just thinking about that, seeing how quickly word can get out, and the desire attached to playing these games, mainly for nostalgia. I mean, let's be real.
And think about it, though. All the young kids who are playing that are now older. So, of course, they want to play that. That was the game they grew up playing. There's nostalgia connected to that now, too,
Well,
yeah, 100%.
Wasn't the original boycott for Call of Duty because the games were unsafe to play due to the security and the hacking, where they could just get everything from you and like your bank account? So did they update everything for more security?
I don't remember that. I remember.
Yeah, because I remember saying it a couple weeks ago, saying that there was like that security issue, but I don't know if it affected these games.
Xbox itself being hacked. Was it?
No. It was Call of Duty.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
Let me Google it.
I think that was right. So I just think that's really interesting. It's definitely a nostalgia rush for a lot of people. I'm sure people played it for a day or two, and they, I'd be interested to see what the player base is like today, right now. Right. Even just a day later, I'm sure people popped it on.
Even if it runs better, right? Why not?
I mean, Blabs, reported by Dexter, more than 500,000 Activision accounts have been hacked. So, I mean,
that's why I don't play anymore.
And
that was the original reason, besides it being broken.
And it references Call of Duty specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's why the original boycott started. That wasn't really that popular, and then once Nick Merckx happened, then the boycott even grew more and got a lot of traction.
Right. I mean, let's be real. The boycott for Nick Merckx lasted about a week,
24 hours.
weeks, and people are back at it. Right. I mean, that's it's certainly not the Bud Light level of success. I will say this though. On my vacation, visited the beer aisle several times. I'm not a beer guy, but you walk down and get something, right?
Get a brewski.
I will say this: there was definitely a distinction between. Now, keep in mind, I'm in South Carolina, but there was definitely a distinction between Bud Light versus any other beer, as far as the amount sold. I mean, and it's crazy to see it still going on, man. It's still going on. So,
did you see the tree spiders while you were down there? I ask everybody this. They got spiders that are like this fucking big that hang from trees down there. About walked right into one when I was there.
No.
Somebody said don't walk under that tree, and I said why? Oh,
Craig is eating crab sandwiches. You and your spider trees. Who else? What else have you got? Spiders and crabs and lobsters. Oh my.
Spiders and crabs and lobsters. Oh my. All right. Speaking of, isn't that an old Disney thing? Oh my, no, that's Red Riding Hood, isn't it? Oh,
are you okay?
Oh, Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, totally Disney.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
My brain just about exploded with that.
You broke Travis.
Let's go ahead and head over to your story that you wanted to talk about, Blabs.
Oh yeah, I freaking love this. I thought it was hysterical. It made my day.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up here real quick. All right, this one. Where are we? Right here. No, where are we? Right here. There we are. All right, Blabs.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend, but Snow White photos from the upcoming Disney live-action remake bullshit has leaked on the internet. And originally Disney said that they were fake, but then they had to go, we were lying, they're actually real. And that is what the 7 dwarves look like. They fired the dwarves they didn't fire. They never hired them in the first place because, that would be somehow offensive. And you're somehow not hiring people for the job is offensive. And so they replaced it with the hippy dippy committee. And there's literally a woman in the 7 dwarfs.
So I almost
And then
have
only
a,
one dwarf.
I have a theory about this. So this picture was leaked, and somebody at Disney high up thought this couldn't be the movie we're fucking making. How stupid is that? And then
No way. They
somebody
knew, they
whispered to
knew.
them, "Yeah, that's our movie," and they're like, "Oh, holy shit, that's our movie."
It's so embarrassing, but it's just too funny. And the way they took that photo is that the dwarf looks like he's only got one arm. But he has both arms. If you keep scrolling, he's got two arms. It's just a horrible photo. But that's a double for Snow White. It's not actually Rachel Zegler or whatever her last name is. So,
It's
and
not.
it looks so bad, right? Because it looks like it's from like Party City or something you made at home. Like cosplayers are 10 times better than what they have put together. It looks cheap. It looks awful. And it's the Hippy Dippy Committee, who are apparently the 7 dwarves, even though they're not dwarves. And the guy in blue is supposed to be the prince, but they dropped the prince character, and his name is now Jonathan.
Wait, what?
Isn't
So they
it more?
removed the prince from Snow White.
Isn't it more offensive to replace little people from
That's
something?
what I'm saying. Like
and-
they were there. They're already in the minority for getting jobs in Hollywood, right? And then
Right.
you need 7 of them.
And
Okay.
this is like a good depiction of them. It's not like they're the evil bad guy. So why do you need to replace them?
Hold
And
on.
look how badly dressed they are. I just think it's the funniest shit. I can't wait for this thing to flop.
This guy
It's
looks
awful
like
because I loved Disney when I was a kid. And look at that.
this guy. Like, let's just be real. This looks like your average clan at a gaming convention, right?
Right?
Like,
He
you got
looks like the old grandma who gives you hard candies and stuff. He's got a shawl over his head and everything.
this. Okay, this guy back here. This guy
Yeah.
looks like somebody you'd meet at a card shop who doesn't have a girlfriend. She's obviously trying to fit in, right, with her Leia buns and all that stuff. This guy over here, he's the weird guy that like he wears a
just happy to be
sailor's
there.
cap, right. And this guy, you know who this character is. This guy,
He's like the drunken pirate, honestly.
That's
That's what
grumpy.
He looks
Yeah, he looks
well,
grumpy.
I was gonna say he's the over jovial. Oh, look at me! I'm big and I'm overweight, so that means
like.
I have to
Really?
have
I
a
think he's
big
gonna
attitude.
be the grumpy drunk one.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I've met all these people in my life, and every one of them wants me
I feel like I know them.
What I don't understand, if they wanted to do a movie about a bunch of hippies and a chick and some guy, why didn't they just make that movie? Why
Oh,
make Snow
because-
White into that?
Would you be like, more like a liberal?
Totally true. And you know what's really funny is that Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White, she was all like, yeah, it's going to be politically correct because we're a modern audience and it needs to be updated and refreshed. And we're like, but why? It's a classic story based on European like mythology, It's based on in Europe. So obviously Snow White is going to be a white person.
Can you bring that picture back up?
Oh, well,
See, I was gonna make
closed it.
I was gonna make a joke. You don't have to bring it back. But I might get shit for it. It looks like a pride parade. It does.
It's okay. He's the gay one. He can say it.
Look at it.
Let's pull it up. Hold on.
I ain't
You
kidding.
tell me.
I ain't joking.
Hey, well, listen. You're just making a simple observation. And I
Yeah,
think
it's all right. You're allowed to say what you want to say.
Absolutely, Travis. You own it. Here we go.
Mm.
Well, okay. Here's the problem, Travis, with this is that none of them had their pants off.
True.
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
God.
True.
But I just
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
so funny how they removed the prince from Snow White and they're
Give me-
calling him now
Give me
Jonathan.
1 second. I'm having dog issues.
Okay.
Hey.
It's bananas.
NZZ came in with the $2 super chat. Says looks like the Manson clan. Let's go, NZZ. Love that. That's hilarious. And Evan came in with the you get to read this one, Labs. It's over $10.
According to the YouTuber, just some guy, awesome dude, by the way. This isn't Disney, but the comedy of it is that people bought it because they would believe Disney would do this. It's not Disney. Disney has come out and said that it is true.
Listen, we need to do a little bit more research.
We'll
little
find
more
out
research on
when
it.
the movie comes out and be like, ta-da!
Yes.
Watch them refilm now and do a whole bunch of reshoots from all this flack. They'll be like, shit, we gotta change our movie now.
Golly, that's
Nah.
amazing.
That'll be a positive if that happens, and maybe they'll bring in the 7 dwarfs.
So I made Andy go lay down, right? He got pissed at me, took his bone, and threw it across the room.
Well, at least it wasn't the dog skull.
True. Hey, we didn't mention that on stream. People
Yes,
are
do
gonna
tell them, Travis. Wait, go on.
I let my dog out back, and I got a fenced-in backyard, and he comes walking back up with the dog skull in his mouth. So, of course, one of my neighbors are dog killers. Let's say that. So,
Ah!
Or your dog is a dog killer, and maybe Andy killed a dog and just now has a skull of a dog. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that. Hey, GF Raptor fan with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're gonna have news on Janice here very shortly when we go into our little community spotlight. And Jay Wassow came in as a member. Says, looks like the crew that just left Bonnaroo 3 days after it ended. What a joke. That's awesome. Love that. And Sal says, Dirt Brown and the one dwarf.
Yeah, it's literally the one dwarf. So I really don't understand Disney because they're all like, we're not gonna hire dwarfs, we're not gonna have dwarfs, but then they have one. So
right. So isn't it?
Why didn't you just have 6 others also?
Right. And I think it's more offensive to replace the rest and have the one.
It is.
You know?
It's extremely offensive because they're all like, oh, we're here for diversity, inclusion. Let's go and hire the people who need it. And then they don't hire the people you could have gotten.
And if they had a problem with calling dwarfs or little people like sneezy or grumpy or whatever, those are just traits of people.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can be a sneezy person.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that movie Mirror Mirror, they didn't have those names, did they? Didn't they actually give the dwarfs like real names like Jack?
And they could have had real names
Lewis.
and just had the nicknames of Sneezy or whatever.
Yeah,
Sleepy,
like if he's allergic to something, I agree with that.
Right. Or he sleeps a bunch, so of course we call him Sleepy.
Yeah. Like that honestly, it would have worked. Like it would be a pass, give him something, nickname characteristics. But I'm pretty sure that movie Mirror Mirror, which wasn't even a bad adaptation, had the names like actual like Jack and Roger or whatever it was for the
Disney,
dwarfs.
It's just honestly, they're ruining our childhood. They're, like right in front of us. Like it's pretty amazing.
That's why I don't even have Disney Plus. I don't bother.
Disney takes back claim that new photos were fake. After rushing to claim new diverse photos, pictures of Snow White and the group formerly known as the Seven Dwarfs were fake. God, what are they going to call it? Is it just Snow White? Is that what it is now?
I don't know. Snow White and the 7 politically correct people. I don't know.
The name Snow White is racist. You can't say she's as white as snow.
Snow color.
Okay. Disney disingenuously reversed course and is now saying the photos were not, quote, official, claiming there was a misunderstanding in a correction notice. So there you go. The story broke on Friday from the Mail, showing a number of pictures of a Hispanic Snow White, Rachel Zegler, with a group of 7 individuals that only included one dwarf. One of the 7 is a black woman. A diverse cast is allegedly slated to be used in Disney's latest live-action adaptation of the classic fairy tale. In the piece, Disney is accused of morphing the dwarfs into magical creatures in order to be politically correct.
So, I want to see this movie. This is what I want to see. Snow White gets her name because she sells Coke, right? And I'm not kidding. And her 7 dwarves are her like 7 bodyguards or henchmen. And we get Snow White and the 7 dwarves, and that would be a badass movie. I'm not kidding. I'd watch it.
No. Here we go.
There was Cocaine Bear, now there's Cocaine Dwarves.
Hey, by the way, I watched Cocaine Bear on the flight to South Carolina.
Right.
Would love to get into that.
Yeah.
Is it good? I haven't seen it.
Blabs or Trav, I got you. All right. It's Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, but she is the pimp for the 7 dwarfs.
There you go.
Like she's out there getting the, you can make a lot of money when you have a very specific genre or a kink,
Pimpin'.
right? Like there it is.
Brad Crushlot says Travis may want to look into adult films from the 70s. I used to sell them.
Oh, don't you know it? Don't you know it?
He knows everything now. It was great.
Kizzy came in and says, I'm actually excited about this movie. The evil queen, Gal Gadot, is actually my favorite character. The only woman who makes me question my sexuality.
Well,
All
see,
right,
that
Kizzy.
just doesn't make any sense, right? It's Gal Gadot. She's beautiful. How can she look in a mirror and be like, nah, Snow White is far beautiful than you are? Like, what? Wonder
Yeah.
Woman is not as beautiful as Rachel Zegler. I'm sorry, Rachel Zegler is not that beautiful. She's okay. What they say, mid. She's mid.
Yeah, I think for me, she was always supposed to be the evil queen, not Gal Gadot. She was always supposed to be like, she would have been the most beautiful, but she's a little older, so she's got a few wrinkles. So she's not the most beautiful anymore. That's
They're
what
gonna
it's
have to
supposed to
do
be like.
something to make this make sense, because like everyone's like Gal Gadot is the one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood.
Right. But you're right.
How can
it
you beat
shouldn't.
that?
Like Charlize Theron, she worked for me. Why? Because she's a little older. She's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. She's stunning, but she's a little bit older. So you could say she's not as beautiful because we value youth or whatever in our culture.
I mean, like that didn't even really make all that much sense too, because it was Kristen Stewart. I mean, Kristen Stewart can be really pretty, don't get me wrong, but she didn't look that great in that movie. They kind of toned her down. They like removed some of her beauty, made her very minimal, if that makes sense. So, I mean, it was still meh in the movie, but the best one for me was Mirror Mirror, because it was Lily Collins as Snow White, and then it was Julia Roberts, who's still beautiful, as the evil queen, and it worked.
Didn't she just do an amazing job?
She did a good job, because even though she was, she's clearly still beautiful, she was really good at it.
Speaking of this, why have we had like 50 Snow White movies in the past 20 years? What the
honestly,
fuck is going on?
It may be in public domain, possibly, or at least.
Yeah, it probably is now, actually, because it's over like 100 years old now.
Yeah. So you know what I found even more fascinating than the Snow White side of things. I'm interested in the business side of Disney as well, and apparently Bob Iger, who is the CEO, the re-CEO, the re-EO of Disney, has come in and is possibly considering selling the streaming services and may even try selling the entire company.
What the
wow!
fuck?
What?
Who has enough money to buy
real?
Disney?
So this is from WDWNT, which is WDW News Today.
Yeah, they're fairly reliable, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Now, here's the thing about this. I actually heard about this
before we start. I just want to say, when we found out they were buying Fox, I thought, do they have enough money to buy Fox? Well, now they own Fox. Like, so who the fuck's got that much money?
Well,
Apple.
you could start parting off the company because you have so many assets. You can sell all these individual things. But yeah, you're right. Apple is like the one
Amazon
lone one.
Maybe right? Microsoft. Maybe.
But I saw something about this, the idea of Disney potentially selling itself to something. And what's interesting about that is the entire reason that the Disney company existed to begin with was because Walt Disney was fired from being an animator. And he said he never wanted to work for anybody ever again. So selling the company to another suitor where you are no longer the big cheese, pardon the pun with the mouse thing, the decision maker literally is a slap in the face to what the whole reason the company exists to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I would have problems with it. So,
well, and if you think about it, Star Wars was bought in 2012 for $4 billion. And now that I believe there was an announcement last week during the break that they said that they would be cutting back on Star Wars and Marvel productions for Disney Plus because they're not doing that well.
Well,
so they're not making money.
They made their $4 billion back on Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, from the movies, for sure. But I don't think it did as much as they wanted it to do.
Probably. They
especially
thought it would
theme
be.
parks. Galaxy's Edge is like the hotel cruise thingamabobbers is already closing after a year.
I think they thought it, like you're saying, it would be like an indefinite cash cow. We just have this permanent thing in Disney now.
They could have done that.
Yeah. If they'd have done it right.
Imagine buying this like $4 billion company and just going, and then shitting all over it.
Yeah. And the trash.
D-Day Direwolf says, Mirror probably playing the No Egg song to Gal. What is the no egg song? DJ Direwolf, thank you so much. Appreciate
Does it mean
that.
she's got no more eggs in her body because she's getting old?
Sad day.
I don't.
Dude came in with the $5 Rumble rant. Says my biggest problem with Snow White is that Gal Gadot is Gal Gadot.
I think it's Godot.
It's
Gal
good
Gadot
dough,
is the
yeah.
queen. I'll take Godot in 30 years before I'll go after the current actress for Snow White. Right. I think that's like that seems to be the general consensus. Is like, man, she's just too hot.
If Disney does sell, I see them having a huge problem if they try to part it out because they own 40% of Hulu. So not only do they have to sell Disney Plus, they have to sell their stock in Hulu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to sell so much. Disney's assets are literally limitless. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of companies, not
All these
hundreds,
umbrellas.
thousands of companies. And it's just crazy to think about. Like when you go to Disney World and you see like there's a turkey leg stand or a merchandise shop, right? These are all little businesses inside of a larger business. And if you were to put that in perspective, one of those shops is would be if somebody was to open a shop down on Main Street, USA. I'm like in general, like Lincoln, Nebraska, right? That is a lifelong dream for these people. Disney has 20 of those in one theme park, right? And all those are they're just seen as revenue lines for people, but those are very, very big undertakings, just each one of those stores, it's crazy to think about for sure. So
From what I just read, they own 6% of Coca-Cola.
yeah. Man,
See, they got that Coke money.
love it. And a lot to go along with Snow White.
Yeah.
All right, Trav, you want to I got a little more gaming stuff to talk about, but I don't want to do that in the middle segment today. So before we do that, you want to go into our community spotlight. Before we left, you had some updates on community things, and we figured we'd give everybody an update on what's happening within the community with Travis Keys.
Yes, Jay Raptor fan who did her karaoke stream yesterday actually got second place.
Let's go.
Good job. I actually watched the whole thing. It was great. Soccer FW5 is still raising money for his wedding. If you guys want to catch his streams, he's real close to hitting affiliate too. So he just needs watch time. So
Cool.
Watch him, donate if you can. And Me League Games, Friday, July 21st, they're playing a Fall Guys community event. So if you want to be a part of that, the link is in the Discord.
Nice. Speaking of, we did as a community donated to Soccer FWs. We donated $500 to Soccer on before I left. So Soccer has the funds to rent their venue for their wedding, which is great.
Yep.
So
And
very, very cool.
he's just basically trying to get more donations because any money helps at a wedding.
I love that. Love that for sure. All right. I think we've only used this graphic once or twice, but I figured we should use this today because here's a much larger discussion. It's time for the middle segment.
That's adorable.
Oh, you like that?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we'd talk a little bit about something. I've been watching this game from afar. We've been talking about Disney quite a bit today. There's a Disney game coming out that I very much want to play, but I'm not going to play it. And it hurts me to say that because so I thought we'd talk about games that we've always wanted to play, but we never have played. I actually did a list of this several months ago. But it all spawned when I saw this game put out there. I saw this for the first time. It's called Disney Illusion Island. Have you guys seen this game?
No.
Never even heard of it. No.
It looks like Epic Mickey almost.
So it's an adorable little cute game with a great little art style that allows you to play as all like the four main characters: Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, and just kind of watch it. It's super fun. Style attached to it. All sorts of secrets, butt bouncing. All the characters have their own little fun aspects to it. But I'll never play this game, and it makes me sad
Why don't you play it?
because I don't want to support this company.
True.
That makes perfect sense. You know,
That's why.
honestly, this kind of, I know it's not the same at all, but it does kind of give me some Epic Mickey vibes because Epic Mickey had that old cartoonish look to it also. And the music was
Right.
pretty fun.
Right. Well, but this game in particular, I saw a trailer and I was like, oh man, that looks really fun. That looks really fun. And I think that's probably the hardest thing for me is I do see games that I'm interested in, but I'm not interested in like specifically with Disney. I'm not interested in supporting any new game, which that comes out using these characters or IP or anything, just based off the stance of the company right now. So I'm a put your money where your mouth is type of guy, right? So, but are there any games that you guys have always wanted to play that you guys have looked at from afar and been like, that'd be really fun? But whether it's life, whether it's a moral thing, you just never got around to playing it, or you just won't play. And this is a conversation not just for you, but also for the chat.
Yeah,
Flash?
actually. So I never played the last two Harry Potter video games because it was like Harry Potter meets Call of Duty and you would just throw spells like that. And so I never played it, but I kind of still want to play it just because it'd be so bad. But also the new Star Wars game that came out, I'm not buying it because it's Disney and I know what they've done and they're shit. But I still am like, I kind of want to play this game because I played the first one. And I want to know what happens. And I've avoided some spoilers, but I know some spoilers too. Yeah, and I've actually always wanted to play the Halo games. I never played it, but I bought the Halo game over the weekend, so I'll be playing that one.
So I have an answer. It might have been Batman Returns. It was a Batman NES game, and I actually got to play it. But I was very young. Okay, so I was probably 4 or something when I played it. And you had to use the select button to shoot the grappler to go up and apart, and you can't get past it unless you figure that out. Well, I was too young, and of course I wouldn't think to press the select button as a child, so I never could get up to that second floor. So I never played the game because I couldn't get up to the second fucking floor.
What an
Because
idiot.
of button issues?
Well, because I was 4 and didn't assume that they would put the grapple on the
Damn,
select
Traz.
button.
What a dum-dum. What
Yeah,
an idiot.
I think it is Batman Forever. Yeah, it was a good game.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of other
brothers play
ones.
it.
I'm trying to think.
Um,
Maybe the new Zoo Tycoon one. They made it for Xbox in 2017, but I heard it was god awful, so I'll just stick to the original ones on my PC from 2005.
I've also
Chat?
always enjoyed the Age of Empire games, watching them. I've never played them, though. I would like to play them.
Right. I think there's I was going to look up my list that I made previously. There's a lot of games that I've always looked at from afar and like, oh, that'd be really fun to play. But just whether it's becoming an adult or we did that poll before we left. Are you like a casual gamer or a hardcore gamer? And I think it was like 55% of our audience would be considered casual, right? And I think that happens as you get older, right? You become more casual in anything that you enjoy. Like as a kid, I was a hardcore basketball player, right? Now I play once a week, if that, right? I'm a casual old man basketball player. So that just happens. But what I'm an expert at is being a parent right now. That's that. So I'll trade that. So anyways, but I look at this game and I think it could be super duper fun. But it's
I think it'd be a great family game.
Well,
Legend of Ganon said, "Wait, you hit the select. You had a problem with the select button. I had the same problem and never got past it."
There you go. Love it. But take a listen. It's a 4-player couch co-op, which is literally everything that I want in a game. Like 4-player couch co-op.
Family.
You go in, you give each other hugs. Everything's great. Yay! You're helping out your buddies as you go through. It looks just so much.
Music's great.
Yeah,
It kind of
very
reminds
Disney.
me of Super Mario Bros. On the Wii.
Yes.
You could play couch co-op 4-player and you could help each other out and do stuff.
Yeah. So this is like a game that I'm legitimately sad I'm gonna have to miss. Which is
You mean the movies before said that you can buy it secondhand somewhere.
That's true. I could buy it used and help the not necessarily help the company or Disney, help the secondhand store. But yeah, that is a possibility. But then I'd have to wait.
Buy like on eBay from somebody who played it and was like, don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
That way you're not helping someone who like purposefully buys the Disney all the time. But you just, buy a random video game.
Also, I always wanted a PSP. They just looked cool.
Dude, PSPs. I remember seeing a PSP. Someone was playing like a FIFA game in college, and I couldn't believe how good the graphics were on a handheld console.
Yeah. When I first saw it, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I played a FIFA game for all of 5 minutes, and I was immediately bored, hated it, and I've never played it since. I bought the Xbox One for 2016 FIFA, played it once in 2020. I was like, bye, never again. Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to see Blabs play NFL Blitz.
I don't even know how those sports work.
Right.
Who's my teammate? What do I do?
That's the point, Blabs.
Love it.
Why is a sport?
All right. So anyway, I'll open that up to you guys in the chat. If you guys are watching the archive, let us know in the comments what games you'd like, what games you wish you had an opportunity to play. And do us a favor, guys. If you guys are watching right now, hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that as well. Thumbs up are huge. They help engagement. They help YouTube know that you're watching. We'd really, really appreciate that. All right. It's been a long time. Like a long time. I think we did this the first episode, but I wanted to bring this back today. So you guys just gonna have to go with this intro as we move on, because it's time for the side scroller news desk. Trav, you remember this? Yeah, you
I do remember this. Yes.
Hit the music. Let's go. All right. So, Blad's got her ears covered. There we go. Okay. This is funny news from around the internet that I have found. And I think we can only do this about once a week because there's not a whole lot of funny news coming out, or at least things that you can laugh at. But Blabs, the way this works is I'm going to give you I'm going to lead you guys in a direction, and you guys give me an idea of what you think, of what you think could be. Well, let's just try it here. There is a woman who her dog was being chased by a bear. In that situation, Blabs, what would you do?
Charge at the bear.
Charge at the bear, huh?
Yeah.
You're not. Does it matter if it's a black bear or brown bear?
I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah, Trav.
Scream, bang on shit, throw shit at it. I don't know. Make loud noises.
Well, this lady in Maine, by the way. I just think like if you're a lady in Maine, I just had this feeling like you've seen some shit. You know, I don't know why. I just feel like
what goes down in Maine that you know of that some shit happens. Okay,
I don't know. I just get this feeling.
Damn it!
You know?
I should have brought the conversation around and said, "Give it cocaine."
Damn it, bear.
Well, this may have been the case. The bear may have been on cocaine, but Lynn Kelly, age 64, was tending to her garden in Porter, Maine, when her dog took off into the woods, barking at something. Shortly after, the dog raced back in the yard as a black bear was in hot pursuit, chasing after the dog. Travis, that's where you find those dog skulls.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Bringing it back.
So Kelly, this is a black bear. Now, there's the difference. If you have a brown bear, the brown bear, you run, right? The black bear, you fight back. I know that because I watched Cocaine Bear recently.
Or
He's a bear expert, guys.
You could scare them. You don't have to fight them. You could scare them.
Well,
spray it with a hose.
Miss Lynn
By the
Kelly,
way, I carry around mace wherever I go. So
good for you. Good for you, Trav. Miss Lynn Kelly stood and made herself appear large. Like that, Blabs. Show me what it looks like to be large for a bear, Blabs. Can you show me what it looks like?
Ah! Oh wait, no, because you would be okay. No, so I work with livestock, right? So actually, you'd be bringing your arms all the way out, and you'd make a lot of loud noises, and you'd make yourself really, really large, like an airplane.
Like how about?
There. And then you just go ah and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. Great. So Kelly made herself large as the bear was coming to her. Instead of retreating, what do you think she did?
She fought. 1v1 the bear.
She got her face bit off.
No, Miss Lynn Kelly did not have her face bit off. In fact, she took her right hand.
Oh, she punched it.
Punched that bear right in the nose.
Oh,
Right in
That
the nose.
works. That freaking works.
And that bear, that bear did attack. She got a couple stitches for a wound, but for the most part, Miss Lynn Kelly is the winner of how to fight a black bear.
She's lucky.
Punching that bear in the nose.
It's like
Very
when you
lucky.
see a shark in the ocean, you punch it in the gills. I guess the nose
Yeah.
works the same way.
I was just gonna say, throw a shark at it.
Yeah, let me just pull a shark out of my back pocket. Or, one of Craig's sandwiches. A crab. Hiya! Eat this instead. It's got eyeballs.
Now you
I
got crabs.
Have some crabs.
I just love the idea of her like reaching into the ocean and just throwing a shark,
Yeah.
reaching back. That's awesome.
Aquaman.
All right, now let's go to Helsinki, where the deputy mayor is in trouble.
Oh
Cocaine?
dear.
No, Travis, not everything has to do with cocaine.
Listen, the theme of today's show is Coco. Okay?
Oh my gosh. No. What would the deputy mayor of Helsinki be in trouble for?
Well, if it's not drugs,
He took a shit outside and somebody caught him.
yes, he took a shit outside, lit it on fire, and then someone stamped on it. I don't know.
I like what you're thinking. I do like what you're thinking. Although that would be too highbrow for this, as apparently the deputy mayor of Helsinki is 12 years old because he went out spray painting on the walls, spray painting graffiti in a railway tunnel over the weekend.
Did his dad
What
name his
12-year-old goes-
son the deputy mayor?
What's
How
that
does a
again, Trav?
12-year-old become mayor, and how does a 12-year-old just go wandering about in tunnels and stuff?
I said,
Well, that-
did a dad name his son deputy mayor?
No, I don't think his dad named him
Even
that.
Andy's upset about this.
I know, what's wrong. The Finnish Transport Infrastructure Agency told public broadcaster YLE on Wednesday, this happened last week, that cleaning up graffiti illegally painted by Paavo, I don't know, that's the guy's name, Paavo, one of the 4 deputy mayors of Helsinki, cost the city around $4,000. He was caught. He's 46 years old. 46, right? Like at a certain point, aren't you like, I should probably put the graffiti can down. I think I should probably do that.
Wow.
He was caught with him and a friend were caught by guards in a rail tunnel in eastern Helsinki on Friday, just after they had completed the graffiti. They literally had the paint on their hands as it happened.
I didn't do it, officer. It's just all over their hands.
Which
I got a
Finnish
story
street art
after.
experts, but this is what we're calling it now. We're calling graffiti street art, right? Okay,
I mean,
so
some of it can be really beautiful, but a lot of it is just words, just scribbled.
it's crazy. Anyways, I just find that fascinating. The idea that this guy is a public official and he couldn't put it down.
And he got caught red-handed.
He's got an
There you go.
addiction.
So when I was little, me and my best friend, we went next door to her house, and her neighbor was growing strawberries, and I was probably like 6, she was 7, something like that, and we decided to eat them. Well, I was wearing a white shirt, so the neighbor goes to my mom and tells her, and my mom calls us in there and says, "Did you guys eat his strawberries?" Well, I was covered in strawberry juice, and I said, "No, of course we didn't do that. Why would we do that?" She said, "Are you sure?" Uh-huh. What's that on your shirt? Oh,
Just
Parents
blood.
always
It's
know.
fine.
Parents always know. Always
Mhm.
know. Travis, the strawberry bandit.
thief.
Yes, love it. All right, let's go kill the music because now, ladies and gentlemen, or sorry, actually, lady and gentlemen, and chat, it is
Hi, chat.
time. As was tweeted out, the most important commercial you will ever watch.
Hey kid, would you like some drugs? The first one is free.
Want to check out my van? I got some candy.
Hey kid, want to join our gang and spray paint under a bridge?
Apparently, that's the deputy mayor of Helsinki, by the way.
No way.
No. All right, let's continue.
No, bug off, man. I'm going roller skating. I want to be addicted to roller skating, not crack. Let's go roller skate today. We will go to college tomorrow. Prison is full of people that have never roller skated.
I'm Brad Armstrong, owner of Roller Kingdom in Reno, Nevada, keeping your kids off the streets since 1999.
I say no to drugs. I say no to gangs.
I say no to unplanned pregnancy.
I say no to meth. I say no to reefer. I say yes to roller skating.
Man, this roller kingdom is really putting us out of business.
You said it, man. This deal sucks.
But you know what? Maybe we should give up this life of crime and start roller skating.
The old man doesn't even walk away with everyone else. He's like, what do I do now?
You're
oh my
welcome,
god.
Blab.
That's not a real commercial, is it?
I don't know.
I was just gonna ask that. It looks real to me. I don't know.
think that's real, but good gracious. How do these kids even know what that is? I say no to crack. Dude, when I was that age, if you say crack to me, I think butt crack. Like, I don't think drugs.
Well, good for you, Blabs. Good for you. By the way, Roller Kingdom is real, by the way.
Oh, no.
It is located in, this is in Maine, apparently. So this is not the same place.
Isn't
Reno,
MA
Nevada.
Massachusetts?
MA, yeah, I don't know.
They actually aired that commercial on TV. Wow.
Did they really?
I'm assuming. Why would they make a commercial if they aren't going to air it on TV? Like,
Oh, hold on. RollerKingdom.com takes
okay.
you to the one place. RollerKingdom.org takes you to this place, which is in Reno, Nevada. Check out
Road
Roller
trip.
Kingdom.
Yo, this looks like a Sports Plus or something.
Oh, we have more. Hold on. What is this? Oh, this is just some guy made a video about it.
Booty.
Whatever. Anyways, there you go. Good for Roller Kingdom Family Fun Center, and their ridiculous. Oh, let's see. Wonder. They're accepting applications. Blabs, you want to move to Reno, Nevada?
I'll tell you this: with the commercial like that, all it takes is one employee selling drugs out the back of it, and you're dead.
And that's how we circle back to Coco. I'm in love with the Coco.
I guess today's title of the episode will be
Got it on the
Travis
low,
Loves
low.
Cocaine.
Yes. Cocaine Travis.
Oh my god. Well, we'll get flagged for copy or for something on. We're already deemed unsafe by YouTube. I mean, so it's
Yeah, Travis, all your fault. You're unsafe.
I know.
you're
I know.
drastically unsafe. I love it. My goodness. All right. I guess that's about
Memes.
it. Oh yeah, we got lots of music. Oh, before we do, once again, I want to kind of we talked about this at the beginning of the show, but I want to put a bring this back around. This is technically season 2 of Side Scrollers. We have this like line in the sand. We're gonna try to do more interviews and more roundtables on the show. Starting with the first roundtable is going to be a Star Wars roundtable about the state of Star Wars. That's going to be Blab's going to be reaching out to folks and booking people to be on that. It's going to be in early August. Yes, early August and not October. Early August, and we're going to try to do more interviews on the show. So looking forward to doing that. So So yeah, looking forward to doing that on the regular. But with all that said, guys, thank you very much for popping in. We know that this is the show is constantly evolving, and we appreciate you guys kind of rolling with us as we go here. Let's get to some memes. Here we are. Oh boy, this one from No Green Rocks. Let's check this one out. Here we are. All right. Blab has failed the composure kept level. Has failed the composure kept level achievement. Here we go.
It's a texture issue for me. I don't like the gross.
I like shrimp.
It's a texture
love
issue
shrimp.
for me. I don't like the texture in my mouth.
What?
It's a texture issue.
He doesn't like it in his mouth.
The fish has a weird texture. It's all like scallops have a weird texture. It's all gross.
Okay. Okay. Trev. Listen.
You know, when I watch this stuff back, I hate you guys.
I love how the door just slams and my face just disappears behind the door.
Listen, I love that when we're talking, the reason why we don't have solo shots so much as shots like this as we go through is because I want you to be able to see our reactions as we go. And No Green Rocks and the Legion of Memers do such an exceptional job of keeping of just you got to watch us all because you never know what we're saying or what we're thinking, especially with our face. I love it, man. With our faces. Here we go. This one is from Cloud. Cloud says, so sad. It seems Blabs has been canceled for saying the N-word before. Oh, there it is. Look at Blabs.
I've never said the N-word. Just Nita. Nitas. What's up, my Nitas? Sorry.
Listen, Travis, once again, unreal. I can't believe she would even use that language.
I do not associate myself with Blabs.
Refuse to acknowledge her. It's ridiculous.
Hi. I am associated with side scrollers.
Then we got this one from Cloud says, I suppose I should drop this here and catch y'all up to speed. I guess this is my fate now, and I just have to accept it. Creates poll to prove Dermy wrong and that I'm not a Blab simp. Yes begins winning slowly. Now even more people voting yes. Everyone votes yes, including Blabs herself, who somehow found the poll. There you go.
I was sent the poll for some reason. Cloud made a poll asking if he was a simp for Blabs, and I didn't know this was a thing. And I voted yes.
I voted yes too.
See, Travis even saw the poll.
Love it. And then we had this one from Jonathan Davis. Oh, this one's tough. Found out what was stuck in Travis's eye.
Is that a pickle? Oh, it's freaking Adam.
There we are. Nice. Oh my god.
That's awful. That's
Such a
terrifying.
weird picture, man. God.
Love it.
That is kind of what my eye looked like.
Gross.
Ew.
All right. Let's get out of here. It's episode 1 of season 2 in the books. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Remember, we'll be back with the Mario Funathon. Purgatory continues as I enter Yoshi's Island once again, coming up at 1 o'clock Central Time. So in about 36 minutes, we'll be back at it. So with that said, thank you guys very much for your support today. Make sure you guys head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers and become a patron. We'd greatly appreciate that. Here's we enter season 2, and we have some fun stuff. Yes,
Also,
yes.
If you have ideas or you have something special coming up, feel free to tell me and I'll announce it on the show.
Yeah, man. Travis is the community conduit, which is great. With that said, guys, have a great day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. For once again, it's the Mario Funathon continuing, going into its 3rd month.
So sad.
I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yep. Bye-bye.